maybe the thing to do is that I'll just go and work upwards on the things that we talked about to know. You gave a on 370, well, work here on 2701. You accepted it, and we appreciate that. On 2569, you accepted it, and with a $10 million annual cap on the 10% credit portion only. On 2236, on the appraisers, you accepted that, and we appreciate that. On the 2268, the Rural Home Guarantee Act, as it was amended in committee by the House, and we are going to, on that one, offer back to you a $100,000 maximum.
Okay.
So that one, on the $100,000, I think you all brought up a good, as a cap, you all brought up a good point. And so, it's on per unit, yeah.
That's fine.
On 375,
You want me to explain that, or?
yeah,
Okay. On 375, we were gonna do 13 million, and counties of 8,000 or less would, they would get 2,500,000 of that. And the ratio was, it'd be a 35% up to 100,000, so roughly $35,000 cap on per unit. And we'll keep our per unit language in the bill that we have. Then from 8,000 to 25,000 counties, we would have another 2.5 million directed to them counties. And that cap would be a 32% up to 100,000, which the max cap would be 32,000. And then the remainder, let's see, what is that? That's 5, so remainder would be 8 million. And that would go to counties in between 25,000, 75,000. And it'd be a 30% on 100, up to 100,000 valuation, so the cap would be a $30,000 cap per unit. Then we, on 369, we were talking about a tax credit of for 10 years, the LITEX tax credit, and you brought an offer back of 6. I think we were talking about, I don't know. I'm good with 10 if you guys are.
well, that's the one that we're still at 6.
You're still at 6?
Yep.
Yeah.
Still at 6 right now.
Yeah, that's not going to work. I mean, your leadership, that's all the higher they want to go than that on that.
That's where we are right now, yes.
Yeah. Well, I've worked all day and I can't believe that.
I mean, we'll be glad, and I know we just met and all, but we'd be glad. We've gone through it, and we're down to that one point, and go back and try to hit it
I'm
again.
about frustrated with working, you know.
I can understand that.
The leadership's been telling people all day that they're good with, you know, higher numbers, and then they're not telling you. I don't get it. You know, I think I've bent over backwards to work on their bills today, and I'm really pretty disappointed, to be honest with you, that we're sitting here and they don't have a number.
How about, can we recess for like 30 minutes and see what we can do?
We'll stay sitting here, and you can go up and talk to them and come back, but I mean, I don't know I'm beyond that. I'm disappointed. You know, Speaker's one of my representatives, and alls I want is a straight answer what we're doing here, and I think I've been working all day to get the deals he wants done, and, you know, I want to see this done. I don't want to waste any more time on it. I got bills to run and get things done, and I've been trying to get this one done all day, so. We'll sit here for 5 minutes or 10 while you go up and talk to him.
I will, we can go up and visit, and then I will keep you apprised by text. And about, because since you're sitting here, and we'll get back as soon as we can then.
Okay, well, we're just gonna be waiting for you the whole.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
If you're not coming back, let us know.
Yeah, I will.
So you want me to go back to the bills we were working on?
Yes.
We, on 369, that's a 10-year tax credit. And we would like to get that 10 years back. And then we have,
Instead of the 8 that,
yeah.
okay.
And then there's one other piece on top of all that. We kind of talked about a little bit over when we started all this, was that child tax credit that Senator Sykes was working on. I don't know if anybody has amendments or not of that. You know what I'm talking about, the child tax? It's supposed to have a 3-year fiscal note. You might ask, can you call Jason, see if he's, it's supposed to have 3-year fiscal note and it helps pay for child tax credit. I think it added LLCs in. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I think that's what was, LLCs were what were left out.
Mhm.
When the taxes changed and then did it get back in?
It had a fiscal note of 3 million, and we were proposing to put that in there.
Okay, if I remember right, when we had the hearing, only about $90,000 has been used out of that 3 million.
I think they used more, but I think it was, one second. Hello? I think you're on the right track. What we'd want to do is put that in there for, you know, from C corps, S corps, LLCs, sole proprietorships. Open it up so they can all use it. I think it had a cap of a $3 million fiscal note, but just a little bit's been used. Help pay for childcare as people are getting ready to go back to work and ramping back up. I think it's probably something that's needed.
I think it was 50% the first year and then it dropped to 25
I think
after that.
on the track, it was a 50% tax credit, you're right.
Yeah, and I don't know, were you going to leave it at that split, or is there any concern that people would jump daycare providers to keep getting the 50%?
We're good with whatever the bill had for the split. I don't know. Jason's bringing it.
Okay, okay.
So I don't know if you're okay with the other stuff we talked about and.
Okay, so you want 10 instead of the 8 that you offered? Okay, well, we can do that.
We're hard bargainer.
Yeah, we can do that then. And I mean, I think we're fine, all of us are fine with the tax credit. And whatever the amendment is, we'll look and see what it was and see if,
You want to just go over it?
Jason, thank you for working hard.
Very hard. Just when you're ready. I'll let you when you're ready, Jason.
Mr. Chairman, the amendment is on page 2 of the bill, simply to clarify when the credit allocation is to a pass-through entity. The owner may allocate the credit among the partners or members in any manner agreed to by such person, and may do so regardless of whether such person is allocated or allowed any portion of any federal tax credit with respect to the qualified project, whether the allocation of the credit under the terms of the agreement has a substantial economic effect as defined under the Federal Internal Revenue Code, or whether any such person is deemed a partner for federal income tax purposes, if that partner or member would be considered a partner or member under applicable state law governing such entity and has been admitted as a partner or member on or prior to the date for filing the qualified taxpayer's tax return, including any amendments to that with respect to the year of the credit. So it's just clarifying the entities that are a pass-through entity that can be allocated a portion of the credit.
So would that allow like LLCs and sole proprietors too, or?
Yes, the pass-through entities would include those types of organizations.
Jason, is it correct it's 50% year one and 25% after that? That amount of the credit?
I'd have to refer back to the bill to clarify that.
Mr. Chairman, are you speaking to the the tax credit that's in the underlying 2237?
Okay, and that's one thing I'd wonder, do we started out originally saying we'd got 2237, but if we accept this, we'd only got the ROS portion of 2237, correct?
That would be correct, yes.
And it had a $3 million fiscal note, was it?
Yes, page 5 of 2237, the cap, the aggregate amount of credits claimed for any fiscal year shall not exceed $3 million. So yeah, $3 million cap.
There we go.
Does it say in there, David, I mean, on like some place, and I remember a 50% year one, and then it drops to 25% as you go forward, or was it the same percentage all the way through? And maybe I'm remembering wrong.
I mean, Mr. Chairman, the bill talks about 30% tax years. I don't see a 25% in here. It's 30% and 50%.
30 and 50? Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
you're good with it?
Good with that.
I think we got an agreement then. You guys can put it together. This is a House bill, so Senate runs it first after you get the signatures.
Correct. Yes.
Any questions or?
I did want to clarify on the 2701. I think there was that discussion about adding Topeka in and definition of city. Is that part of that?
Or HID, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, because we accepted the breakdowns, we accepted 2701, that was added to it 2569, with the $10 million annual cap on the 10% portion of the credits, not the whole, not the state and federal, or state historic credits themselves, but the 10% credit, there was a $10 million cap. No cap on the other one.
It
And
averages about 20, the second one averaged about 2,500, or 2.5 million.
yeah, yes.
Okay.
And on 2236, we proposed, and it was accepted, the bill as amended in the House committee, where we changed it some to make it work a little better for banks that want to sell their loans. On 2268, as amended in the committee, and then an additional putting a max per unit of 100,000. And there was no max listed before, and what was brought up was a good thought. And then 375 moved from, you proposed 13 million, and we accept that. And on,
Tweak the pots a little bit from 2 million to
yes,
2.5.
right. And we accept the tweaks that you put.
Regular language in there on the operation of it is the same, but yeah,
And
13 million total.
13 million total, and then on 369, we accept your offer, counteroffer of 10. And then I know that you wanted to add the ability to change some technical language.
RHID in Topeka.
Right, and the RHID in Topeka, yes,
And the tax credit we just talked about, the child tax.
right, yes.
Sounds like a good agreement.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, David.
the 100,000 cap, that is on the guaranteed amount, it's not the total amount of the loan, it's just the amount's being guaranteed per.
Yes, the amount to be guaranteed could not exceed 100,000 per unit. Right. And any other questions that come up that we need to be sure we're clarified on? Think we're okay? Okay,
We're in agreement.
we're in agreement,
Let's do it. Thanks, guys.
and we're adjourned.